Hey everyone, welcome back to another chess video where we're trying to get to 1000 elo. So I've been playing with the London system lately when I've been white, and this time I'm black pieces. I'm probably not going to be as solid because instead I'm going to play the Hambleton defense. The idea is to get my, well, I think I already messed it up. I'm supposed to go like this first, then I take the queen out, and then I go bishop right here. And I can tell my opponent's kind of probably doing his set thing that he usually does, because usually people try to put a knight here to attack the queen, in my experience, because putting the queen out early is risky. So we got to start looking at this point, because I'm not too familiar with this, but I like the interesting things the Hambleton defense does. So it's one I like to play around with and see. Right now we got that coming, so we got some really rough. This is a really rough position here to be in, but we can. So this is defending this. I think it's time to get my knight out. No. It's not. Okay, we pull this out. So if the knight comes, then we have this pawn defended, and then we get this knight out. There we go. We tried preventing it, but we had to get the bishop out first. So this does nothing to me. I'm not worried about it. Oh, whoa! I almost blundered my queen. So we don't want this, because then he goes here, and then he takes our queen. So we definitely don't want to go here, don't want to go here. So let's go ahead and just go right here. And then yeah, there's not much he can do. So I think we're fine if we go right here. Queen to g6. And we welcome moves like this. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's not really fine, because he took a pawn. We don't like that he took a pawn. Actually, it is good, because we're up 2 pieces. I mean, he traded a knight for a pawn, really? Okay. Now he castles. We're probably going to start seeing something like this pretty soon. Just my thought, because if he takes this, I don't know. I still would like to put a knight here. See, if I put a pawn here, and, well, we don't want to do that because he could just take there. But if he took here, then it's like we got to remember we're here. I kind of like that. But I do like he castles on the side that my queen is already on. We can already try to get this out, and he can't even take it because that would lead him to check. So I'm looking at that. I had the arrow going down like the king is going to attack the queen. So yeah, I kind of like this as bait almost even. Give him that piece, and then we go here, and then that's already checkmate, right? So he might get a horse out of it, but yeah, let's try that. Let's see if he falls. If not, we just take this or this. So I feel like we can't lose. Then again, my intuition is not trustworthy with chess. So yeah, it's like, go ahead and take my knight, because I'm threatening checkmate already. Ooh, good move, good move. Good move. Because now he did that, he could do that. I like that. I like that, but we're gonna keep moving forward with this. The idea now is just to get the knight for free. But he's gonna start looking at ideas like this. Of course, this wouldn't do him any good, because I'll just take it. Heck, if he does that, I'll be happy to. Yeah, there's so many things going on here. At this point, it's not free, because he could take that, and then he could take that. So I'd have to take back if he takes the knight. The game did get interesting. We're at 8:55 too. We could certainly use the 46 points if we win. But hey, I'm fine with losing 40 points too, and learning. Okay, so he did. Oh, heck yeah. I mean, dude, you're giving me your rook. I mean, yeah, I lose my checkmate, that I had that I liked, but come on, I didn't have really a choice. I'm going to take that rook. And then, yeah, now we'll just do. That was bad. That was bad that he moved that down because he gave us the rook. Yeah, he defended his knight, but you'd rather lose the knight than the rook. So now we have to look at what to do, and we have to be time conscious. We could just castle. We can't castle because then he gets that for free. I think this looks good. Ooh, don't want to go there. I think he trapped our queen, actually. No, we can go here. We're going to go here. Queen trade. I'll have to take. Okay. I don't know what he's planning on doing. Maybe going take a pawn down? At this point, we can start thinking. I kind of want to get my king on this side since he's looking at that. This is one I'm not really good with on what if we do that if we castle this side, then he's got that move right there, which looks directly at the king. Not sure he could really use it to his advantage. All I do is move my king over one. It would get my rook going up this file, where if I castle this way, the rook is just kind of stuck. I do need to keep time moving though. I need to keep moving forward. So maybe we can just not castle yet and go here. No, because then he just takes it for free. That would be a ridiculous move. But we can start pushing up this way, and it kind of forces us to castle this way. Now that I'm already thinking of this. I'm gonna get some water here. I don't really like how stuck my queen is. That's no good. It is very stuck. All he has to do is find a way to kind of threaten it in the spot it's in, and it has to die. She's got to go. Yeah, so that's interesting. My position's falling apart, it looks like. I do kind of like that. Oh. Oh no, because then I can just take the knight. If he tries to pull his pawn down to g4. So I'm not worried about that. In fact, what happened... I can actually go here. Or I can go here. We got a rogue knight just going outside the battlefield. Or that's not really outside the battlefield, but yeah. Okay, so he's reacting. He's really like playing reactive at the moment, it seems like. Let's see. I mean, we could just wait for him to blunder a piece, I guess. I could put my knight here. I kind of like it there. I'll be happy to do that trade. Not really, because then... Should we castle? I'm not liking this whole position at the moment. kind of breaking up both sides, so now the king doesn't have the greatest escape route or safety castle to go into. But hey, we're experimenting. This is just straight up classic chess. 10-minute chess. We're starting to get dangerously low on time, I feel like. Like 3 minutes for me, that's pretty dangerous. He blundered his knight, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Now he does get our... And that may not have been a blunder on his part. He may have intentionally sacrificed it so he could take that pawn. I feel like if he did that, he would have taken it and he would have moved sooner. So he's threatening an attack, but maybe we can do something. We can threaten another one, like a worse. Like if you take that, I'll take that. I don't really like the look of that idea, and I gotta hurry too. Sheesh. I don't like the look of all this. Do I just move this thing to safety, or do I counter threaten? See, I just don't want to take... My gosh. Time is running a little bit too low for this. Do we just take that? No, we don't. I have to make a decision, guys. I have to make a quick decision. Can't have him winning my rook. We move back. We need to start thinking of an attack. I guess getting my knight up here is pretty good in general. Maybe something will change. Okay. Like, what are you baiting me? Trying to get me to take that? We could go here, threatening that. His rook is active, ours is not. We're up 6 points, so that's really good. I feel like we take this. Uh-oh, he finally saw something we forgot about. Yeah, castling is kind of out of the question. Come on, my king is in the open. Grab my king. Sacrifice the knight? No, that'd be terrible. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like this now. Now that that bishop is gone, I'm liking the look of this. And then I take with the knight whatever he takes with. Big brain strategy in the last 2 minutes. He's got to do something because I'm going to take with my bishop. I feel like the bishop is kind of the more vulnerable piece that's can be he could just block with that, but then I'll take it, and then he's not going to take it with his rook. Yeah, see, he did that. I'll take it. The attack continues. Thanks for the piece. Yeah, I mean, he gave up another rook. I've got 2 endgame pieces that he doesn't have. Interesting. We gotta hurry. And we could just go with the same thing. Take his king, take his queen, you know? And then he doesn't want to park that there because we'll just take it. He's allowed our pawn to advance too far forward. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to take my knight so I could take your... Okay. Yeah, we won his queen. Awesome. And at this point, he can't take the knight. Yeah, so now we can do some crazy stuff. We could just take this. I'll be interested. Even if I lose this, I'll be interested in seeing the game review on this one. But I think we're getting his pawn next move. We don't want him to take that. We can just push this, I guess. But let's just take his pawn. I know that's protected. We got 36 seconds to checkmate him. What do we do? What do we do? Ladder technique. How do we ladder technique this one? Maybe go up. Oh, that's checkmate right there. Okay, nice. All right, we did it with 23 seconds on the clock. The Hambleton. The Hambleton defense. Okay, this is awesome. So let's do game review. What do we have? So we did, we got 79% accuracy. They got 73% accuracy. That's pretty good for them. That's pretty good for both of us. I actually had one miss. They had one blunder. I played as a 1450. That's a really good sign for our ELO, road to 1,000 ELO journey. If we keep playing like this, we should see 1,000 ELO pretty soon. I'm at 901. So that's awesome. They even played like an 1100. We had two great moves, one miss, a couple of inaccuracies, and one mistake. Let's go ahead and start the review. So they start with knight c3, and we did e4. This is where they did another book move with the knight. That's pretty solid. Put out your knights first. And this is where the system does not like, it'll never like this, I don't think. You're always going to play Hambleton. It's never going to like that. Which, actually, that was the move I should have played for the Hambleton first. So got my knight out. Still pretty solid. Okay, the Hambleton, the system does not like, the engine does not like Hambleton defense. But I like it. It actually wanted pawn up. He puts his knight there. We had some problems, but we handled them good. It was actually best for me to move my queen there. And then that's a blunder, yeah, because he just gave up the knight. He made some our opponent today, he or she, made some poor tactical choices. The castle, that's fine. It did not even like that I did this. But of course I did this with the idea of... Okay, I guess it's better just to defend my pawn. This is the first question mark thing that I'm going to question. Or that I'm going to accept. Because those first few question marks, that's just part of the Hambleton, really. Let's see. Yeah, see, he takes, and then I like that. I like that we're thinking about this, So that was a good move. Oh, I could have... Well, what would that do? I don't see what that really does any different. Either way, I'm attacking both these pieces. He goes pawn g3. That messed up my attack. So his checkmate, you know, he defended his knight and pretty much stopped checkmate. But he opened. That was a terrible move because he opened the rook, and it was a great move that I captured it. He took back, and it said it actually preferred he did this instead of taking back. That's funny. That's like that kind of thing that's like an engine, things like this. What human would Magnus Carlsen, the best chess player alive, as he's called, would he think of that? Would he, you know? Moving forward, we pull out our knight. Our knight actually goes where the queen wants to go, according to the engine. And it actually wanted me here. That's interesting. Why go here? Wait, let's go back. So let's say we go here, then what? See, I don't see how like the follow-up feature helps me. Maybe I need better chess, a better chess membership or something. I need a chess membership for this account to do that. But anyways, we move. Let's see. Oh, so I should have moved my knight up on d4. Okay. Yeah, I could see that, totally. Get the knight moved up. But he blocked it. Which I had the same idea, except... I had the same idea of doing this, except I just thought of it going that way. And it wanted my knight up here. That makes total sense. Get my knights up. Okay. Moral of the story today. Get your knights up. Advance your knights. Pulls his knight back. I guess that was too passive of a move. Which I could see, like, that looks good. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, he pulled his knight back. That's, it was a free knight, so I took it. This one tripped me up a little bit. This was like, okay, he's going to take my knight. I'm running low on time. But I knew, you know, whenever someone... Or at least I could say usually. Usually when someone wants to take my piece, when someone wants to take like a piece like this, like a knight or a bishop, with like a pawn, I immediately usually think, okay, what if I just ignore that and do a counter attack where if they take it, I'll take a free piece. You know, of course, this one wouldn't be free in this case, but I was looking for like, okay, how can I counter attack? Make it more interesting and maybe even do a better threat than what they're doing. And this time I couldn't find one, so I pulled back, which I wasn't too happy with that move. But oh, look, it was the best move. Awesome. Yeah, this was fine because I take. I think that's what I was thinking. I feel like they're wasting rook moves. Like, that makes sense, I guess. Like, he's trying to get it on the center file, but then he brings it down. I guess, no, that doesn't... Yeah, that makes sense. He's trying to defend. He's trying to, like, defend this weak pawn. And the engine liked it, too, so... Okay, that was actually my best move. Because that was a dangerous bishop. So we took out that sniper. This is where I started to actually think, you know, okay, I'm going to move my knights up now. I moved my knights up. He took me by surprise with that. I didn't really think about defending that pawn. And from there, it's like, okay, I'll just threaten to attack. Wow, that was the best place he could have gone. Oh, yeah, of course it is, because everywhere else was instant death. Unless he wanted to go back to the starting square over there that he was at before, I think. Okay, yeah. So once I had that idea to activate my bishop on making an attack again, that's when things started going uphill, I think. But I will say, let's see, I want to know how long could I have done this move? So I still feel like that was good, but yeah, see, it wanted that move earlier. Okay, I only had like 2 turns. I basically spent 1 turn where I should have done it. And I feel like I had good reason to, like, you know, because, like, threaten that. So, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. But next time I should maybe, I should instead think, okay, I can, sooner. I should have seen it sooner, because what if I didn't have the opportunity after that? Right? Like, what if he did this? What if he did this instead? And then I took that. You know, that would have been a whole different game. He'd have been down more points, but maybe he, you know. Anyways, I line up my sniper. And then this is, I was happy about this. I was like, pfft. Yeah, what are you going to do? Defend with your rook, and I take your rook? Well played by them, though. I enjoyed this game. Jayheim Oldacre 9999. I think that's Jayheim. I don't know. I appreciate them. That was a fun game. Where are they from? Jamaica. Oh, awesome. So yeah, they provided a fun game. Let's see. Went down. And we're beginners. I mean, we're beginners. I don't blame them. I mean, that was fun. I enjoyed this one. Even if I didn't win, I was enjoying this one. So they take, which the engine really doesn't like. I don't know why they moved that pawn. I guess they didn't know what to do. So this is where I started thinking, okay, look, I'm the only one with 2 rooks, so I'm thinking that second file right there. I mean, I've just got, like, that's a weak pawn, and we're looking at it. So he started making me nervous. I actually, what's funny is when I was doing all this, I had in the back of my mind, like, oh, the bishop is over here, and I was like 50% calculating for that. Like, when I would move my rook, I was hardly thinking of, like, oh, make sure not to get run into the bishop. Like, I could have blundered the rook. And when I moved it up there, I only, like, halfway thought about that. So I'm glad. Like, I didn't do any double checking on that one. I just moved it up. Okay, so what's interesting is a couple of turns ago, the engine thought this was the best move for him. Look at that. 3 turns in a row. 3 turns in a row. It's like a blinking light. It's like, hey, you know, h3, h3, h3. And then finally when he does h3, it's like, what are you doing, stupid? See, that was a mistake. But I see why, because, okay, so it knows I'm going to force eventual checkmate. And so what he should have done is moved here, and then what? He would stop the attack. I mean, I guess, you know, I would just go here, and then he would come back up, and then I'd come back down. That could be a way to go perpetual check. Or I'm not sure if that's a perpetual check or not considered, but he could, you know, we could do a draw that way. Of course, I didn't want to draw in this position. I was up 8 points. So yeah, if he did that, I think I would have done this once, and, you know, if he wouldn't be able to do that. So, I mean, he would just naturally bring it back up, and I think, oh, but see, what's he supposed to do? Wait. Okay, so if I brought this up, wait, let me think about this. Hang on. He brings it down. I go up. He goes up. I can't do that because then he takes, and my position is ruined. So yeah, I think so. I think therefore, I think if he were to move here, especially with my low time, I mean, I either would have done something like this and thought about, you know, something like this, or I would have more likely just traded. I would have just traded queens. So I would have just, he would have went here, I would have here, taken it, and then I have 2 rooks. I probably still would have won, unless I would have went up here and blundered this. I don't know. I probably would have traded queens, and I might have still won, but you know it's hard with low time. But that didn't happen. What happened was he allowed me to make the attack I wanted to make, and then he took, and it was like, we're good. In fact, I didn't think about how I could have taken with the queen because it was defended by the knight, and then he would be forced to go back here. And then if he was here, I could checkmate just by going here with the queen. So that was a quicker checkmate that I didn't see. Is that right? Could I have... Yeah, that would have been a checkmate. That would have been a cleaner checkmate. That'd be cool. But I played much more messy instead. See, that's a checkmate right there. Because the pawn, that'd have been so cool if I utilized the pawn. Oh, that'd have been so much cooler. All these cool checkmates I missed. I didn't think about going up. That'd have been so cool to use that pawn. And the only reason I went here, actually, I didn't even see this checkmate. I was thinking of going here because this is defended, and then I was thinking maybe eventually I can go here, or here, and then I would have, you know, if I could do this, and then this. I know I can't get a stalemate because he still has a lot of moves he can make. So then from there I would like move up one. I don't know. I was going to try and do like some kind of ladder, but that ended up being checkmate, which I guess when you think about it, he can't go there, he can't take, he can't go down, he can't go anywhere near the queen. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. That was a fun one. Yeah, we won with the Hambleton, and we're at 901 points. Is that right? Or are we more now? I think that's right. We're at 901. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching.